Okay, welcome everybody. This is take 2 for Taco Wednesday. We were just going live, but I forgot to hit the button. But now we are officially live, so we hope everybody's doing well. President Trump threatened to fire our good buddy Jerome Powell. Then he walked it back. So, of course, we have to ask the logical question, is the SPX going to 7,000? Because round numbers apparently are very important in this universe. So how's everybody doing today?
Doing well,
Great.
thank you. Caught the U today this morning, the Unity software. That was pretty nice, but otherwise there's not much follow through on anything. But yeah, doing well this morning.
Okay, so JR, you said this is a day trader's dream of how, you know, all the trash is going through the roof. People, it's like Goodfellas. Everybody, you know, I feel like you're going to tell me to stay away from the junk like Uncle Paulie did. So could you talk a little bit about what's going on out there?
Yeah, I just hope my mother isn't watching this. She'd be very upset if she found out I was trading DPRO and NUWE and BTC. I mean, I've never even heard of these ridiculous tickers. Yeah, we're late stage in this minor bull trend here we've had since April, and you're kind of in the excess phase, the dash for trash. You're starting to see lack of follow through in a lot of mega cap names. A lot of opening range breakouts are failing, and you've got a major call wall there, real call wall in SPX 6300. So the market's taking a little bit of a breather. It doesn't help that we have all this Powell talk now coming through in the markets either.
Okay, do you think, okay, so Derrick, I'll move on to you. So it does feel like we could be in for a period of digestion. Like, do you think that's likely?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Overall, the big picture technicals for this market are still very bullish. The most bearish thing I can point to actually is that we aren't higher, which is a weird thing to point to on the bear side. We should have went higher last week. We couldn't. There was a massive systematic bid underneath this market. And then yesterday we kind of had a little bit of a breakout failure, a little bit of a bearish engulfing for the IWM, a little bit of a breakout failure for the SPY. So the question is, does that lead to any downside follow through or not? This market, SPY could pull back to 610 to 615 and still be very healthy and still very bullish overall. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. But we are entering an interesting time. We had expiration this morning. We have OPEX on Friday. August and September tend to be a little bit more seasonally weak. I mean, this market hasn't even had like a 2-day pullback since April. So would it be the end of the world if we actually dropped $5 one time? I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so Sami, I will throw the big question to you. SPX 7,000. Is it going to happen?
So here's the thing. I'm not sure about the market. I love the uptrend in the market. It's very tight uptrend. Look at the ARK. Look at the uptrend in ARK. It's so tight, and ARK is like an ETF. I mean, it is an ETF, but it's like it represents the small cap mostly. But it's got Tesla. It's got some other big names too, and it's just in a beautiful uptrend. So I like the trends that we have in place on just about every index, the SPY, the Qs, the IWM. I like the tight uptrends, but I don't like what I saw yesterday, which was a new all-time high that got sold. And so I'm not 100% sure. Also, the IWM weekly chart isn't very, very good. If you look at the weekly chart of the IWM, it might actually be coming in, but there's a tight uptrend on the daily. It's hard to go against. So in answer to your question, is it yay or nay? It's in between. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry.
Great. Thanks a lot, Sami. Okay, JR, Derrick, how about you guys? Do you guys think there is a chance of a sustained uptrend?
Sure, there's a chance. But we have to talk about what's technically happening now. I'm sharing my screen.
All right, I will pull it up.
So again, okay, you have your mother of all trend lines, your long-term uptrend here, and the SPX into a call wall at 6,300. Okay, and if you look at the spiders here for a more accurate volume profile, Okay, you had a very, very large high volume node at 63, 623, 60 or so, and then 2 week highs back to back, which in my opinion indicates just a complete lack of appetite to take this market higher on a weekly time frame. And the market's like water. If it can't go up, it's going to go down or sideways. So we're due for some kind of digestive pullback. We don't need much, but we do need to, look at the oscillator on the weekly, and the daily time frame is very, very much diverging. Look at the daily here. Okay, you're going higher on weaker technicals. Today you broke an hourly key level of support. It's a shakeout bar and anchored VWAP. You haven't even tested the 21. People are getting very, very upset, talking about we're going to have markets and what was the famous kind of markets and turmoil or whatever.
Turmoil.
This market just needs a two-wave corrective pullback so we can reaccumulate. I'm not super concerned. I mean, look at the move we just put in from April. Late stage markets, you start to see certain things happen, right? The technicals become more significant as the tape slows down. You start to pay more attention to the divergences, to sell signals. You start to pay more attention to gamma walls, and that's what's happening. And we're seeing the sort of end, phase 3 in the market, sort of the topping phase there, where you start to see the final excesses in these ridiculous small caps and 4x leverage ETFs. I mean, what we're seeing is it's like a Roman circus, So a little bit of a digestive pullback here would be very welcome. Now, can we see 7,000 by the end of the year? My first upside target was 6,300. And I guess it's going to depend, in my opinion, on what the data shows in terms of tariff-related inflation, and we're not going to know that for a while, and not to mention the fact that we still have to get through this earnings season. So I think that the better question is, can we continue to move in a in a fashion that's constructive in the market? Can we avoid chop, and can we continue uptrending after a constructive correction? That is my primary concern as a trader.
Okay. All right. Derrick, what do you think is driving the action right now?
Well, it's the same thing that's always driving the action is the buyers and the sellers, particularly these days. The options market, I think, drives everything and creates all of market structure. Just all those leverage bets and the market makers on their side of it. Pretty much agree with everything that JR was just saying. Market is still very bullish. We are still in this uptrend. I think that yesterday was kind of describe it sometimes just like a day to take notice of. The bull trend is still intact, but why didn't we continue? Why did we have a breakout failure of the kind of bull flag that the SPYs are in? To me, that indicates that we need a break. We need some corrective action. And the market only becomes bearish to me if we could get below. We had a big breakout day on June 24th. To me, that the market would only become technically bearish if we really got back below that June 24th low. On the one hand, that's very far away. On the other hand, we were just there a few weeks ago. It just shows you how fast we've accelerated up. So I'm really not a bull right now on this market unless we're able to get back above yesterday's high. If we're able to get back above yesterday's high, we negate yesterday's candle, then we are back into full-on bull mode. Until we can do that, I like the idea of having some mixed positions on, some longs and some shorts. And by the way, this is a trader's market. That's been the key to this market. There is so much dispersion underneath the surface. Every morning I'm waking up and I'm trading the open and I'm seeing like 7 stocks that are just ripping directly through the roof. And I'm seeing like 7 stocks at the exact same time are just getting smoked all the way down. These candles, it's almost random, have huge green bull movements right in the beginning of the day. These ones just selling, and then maybe get a little bit of a mean reversion trade. It's almost just like pick your names out of a hat. Or is it the 7 and the Qs that are strong and the IWM that's weak? I mean, we're back to an environment where sometimes I'm watching these last few days, the IWM and the Qs trade opposite from each other on a 5-minute chart. It's like even on a 5-minute chart, Qs are down ticking while the IWM is up ticking. And the only way that this market can really become more sustainably bearish is if correlations increase, the VIX moves higher, and we lose some key levels to the downside, which right now we are very far away from. But you could still get a healthy pullback, healthy corrective action, more sideways action, and that could set you up for continuation to further and further all-time highs. So it's a really interesting spot right now. I'm certainly at a minimum less bullish than I had been, but we got to see what it turns into.
I'll tell you one thing.
So you guys are
that'd be the
both in
job of
agreement.
institutional portfolio managers. Can you imagine being a portfolio manager and saying, "I'm not buying this pullback"?
So that's one of the things I think has still been holding this market up underneath the surface is you still just have a bid that's there from the systematic community. It's there from the fund community, and they're still relatively underpositioned despite this large now market rally that we've had.
So everybody's in agreement. It looks like, Mike. You should be upset. We're all not too sure, really.
All right. Well, I think we're going to SPX 7000 this year. I believe in America. I believe in us. I believe we can do it. So I just want everybody to remember that I was the only person that had faith in this beautiful country. So I will ask the question out in the chat. Let us know what you think. Is the SPX going to 7,000? Type yes or no in the chat. Type yes or no down in the chat below. Okay, so I want to break away for a second from the what's going on right now, because 15 minutes from now, everything can change if Orange Man decides to, I don't know, eat too many Big Macs for lunch or something. So I want to I want to ask each of you guys, and I'll start with you, Sami. What is your favorite thing about trading?
What's my favorite thing? A couple of things. One is I used to read a lot of books and to try and learn about myself to whatever, to be a better person, however way you want to put it. And I've learned more about myself through trading than all the books that I ever read combined. So it's kind of it's a battle, and you get to learn about your temperament, your discipline, the things that you thought were good at, you might not actually be all that good at. So I like that about it. It's a challenge. I love the challenge basically, and it's a very personal. The other thing I like about it is that I get to be my own boss. I mean, I get to, by my own hands, I get to either make it or break it. I'm 100,000% responsible for the results that I get. It's not somebody else. It's not based on the company's performance. It's not based on my boss. So I love that. Now, if you ask YouTubers what you like about it? What I like about it is that I got this Ferrari from trading. I party with 7 girls, 7 chicks, from trading. I can be, I can take vacation whenever I want. That's not what matters to me. I love the challenge, and I love learning about myself. And the fact that I alone am responsible for my financial well-being. It's not dependent on anybody. So that gives me like a self-actualization, self-determination, whatever you want to call it, feeling that I get in no other profession, no other field. So those are a couple of things that I like about trading.
Okay, and Sami, so very quickly, Sami, what's the number one thing you learned about yourself through trading?
I'm not as patient as I thought I was, because I'm like super patient in real life, but in trading I'm not. So I know it's different. I don't know why it's exactly different, but that's what I learned about myself. I'm not as patient as I think I am, or as I thought I was.
Okay, JR, same question to you. What is your favorite thing about trading? And it can be partying with 7 chicks by your Lamborghini, but I'll let you put.
I'm definitely in it for the chicks and the Lambos. You know me. Sami said all of his smart things. I always tell the traders in my room, you want to make lots of money right away. Choose a life of crime or go to law school. this is a very long-term process for most people. And, you know, if you think you're going to learn mindfulness from a granola eating hippie telling you to rotate your chakras, you got another thing coming. You want to learn mindfulness and learn about yourself, you know, try being long 5,000 shares of Tesla on a halt down, you know, headline, Elon Musk caught in women's clothing, smoking with a crack pipe next to Joe Rogan's dead body, or some crazy Elon headline. And you're going to find a lot about yourself real quick. So I really profound observations there from Sami. I completely agree. I mean, I day trade because I like to be independent. I'm a don't tread on me kind of guy. I've never, I haven't worked for anyone in like 30 years. I've always been highly motivated to be my own boss. And I like winning in everything I do. You know, most successful day traders are highly competitive people, even though they may try to play it cool. It's most winning day traders are psychotically competitive. It's not a real coincidence that we have a world champion kickboxer, you know, heading a prop desk. Requires a fairly competitive mindset and the development of a winning mindset. Whether you're red or green on the day, you know, most successful traders have a real champion mentality that doesn't really wear off whether you're having an individually red or green day. And it takes a very focused mind to achieve that mindset and to think of your career in more of a longer term. So, you know, completely agree with what Sami said.
Okay, Derrick, how about you? What is the thing you love most about trading?
Making money.
Holla!
Yeah, but so that is true, but not for the reason why you might expect. I like making money. I like spending money, but honestly, I'm not a big spender of money on things or anything like that. Like all I need is enough money to be able to buy a season pass at my local ski resort and a new pair of skis every once in a while, and I'm happy. For me, when I say making money, it goes back to what JR said. It's about the competition. Seeing the numbers move higher on the screen, it means that I'm winning. It means that I'm doing things right. It means I'm following my game plans. It means that I have an edge that I'm able to follow consistently over time that's able to make me money. And that's what I love, really. It's that drive towards success in the hardest game that's out there, coming in every day and taking apart this puzzle piece of the market that just has so many different moving parts when we're dealing with risk, reward, and probability of success. That's what I am about when it comes to this.
Okay, thank you, Derrick. Okay, but before our next segment, Derrick, I have a quick question for you. I noticed you're wearing a Genesis shirt today. So, Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins, Derrick?
Phil.
Should be easy.
Phil for sure. No, I got a ton of respect for Peter Gabriel. I think that some of my favorite songs are Peter Gabriel Genesis songs when Phil Collins sings them.
Interesting. Okay, all right. So
anybody who can play the drums while singing, you gotta give mad respect to, dude.
And I will say this to anybody out there who hates Phil Collins. Once you turn like 40 and like 45, you all of a sudden you get Phil Collins. I don't know why, but all of a sudden Phil Collins hits different. Okay, so now's the time for the more controversial part of the show. Now I need to know, asking everybody on the panel here, what is your favorite like dipping food? I mean, and it could be like anything from like guacamole to hummus, even Nutella. So I'm gonna throw it out there to the boys. What is the best like dipping food?
You want me to go on this one?
Derrick. It seems like Derrick's the only one with the courage to answer.
So what I do the most of and genuinely very much enjoy is a really good hummus with some warm pita bread. Love it. what is probably gonna but I wouldn't say it's the best. If I was gonna say the best, I would say like one of those soft, hot, warm pretzels with like a beer mustard type of sauce that you can just dip into, or like a hot cheese with it, like something that's just gonna get into your arteries and kill you real fast. Like that's probably the best one that's out there. But what I do the most of and really enjoy is a really good hummus dip.
Okay, Sammy, I feel like you have something to say.
I have nothing to say. I just want you to ask better questions. I mean, the best dip. Who cares about that?
We're listen, I'm running out of stuff. You think it's easy coming up with this crap every week? Give me a break.
Okay, I think my favorite is guac because hummus is what I grew up with, and I had hummus to my eyeballs. So, so probably my favorite dip is guac. How often do I get it? Not that often, but that's probably my favorite dip.
Okay, JR, how about you?
The answer is always cow, Michael. All right? Always cow. Brisket with a little au jus is always the best dipping food. Always the cow.
Brisket sucks. Like, who likes brisket?
You've never had my brisket, obviously.
I'm just kidding. I like
Come to Idaho.
Oh, okay, all right. So we are about to close out, but of course, I need ideas. Who's got ideas for me?
Oh, ideas. There's not a lot, but I mean, look at that yen monthly chart. I mean, it never goes, but it looks so damn good. The yen monthly chart. I mean, it just looks incredible. I'm in it. I have 56% of my IRA in it. It's not going very far, but it looks incredible. The CWEB is also pretty good, which is another leveraged ETF, China ETF. So let me show. No, I don't want to show my charts because it's messy. I also like a stock called AS. So Apple Sam. If you look at it on the monthly chart, that's a 1, 2, 3, and a daily, weekly based breakout. So I like that a lot. But other than that, there's just a few China names, and that's it. There's not a whole lot that I love.
Okay, JR, Derrick, either of you guys want to step up?
I mean, yeah, we're watching a lot of bases. I'm in a lot of swing positions already. There's some that are not that aren't too late to take. This WELL is fantastic. I'm an upper right side kind of right side part of the chart kind of guy. Well Tower, we just initiated a starter position. I'm looking for this one to give me a full measured move to 183.59, 195.25. This one looks fantastic. A lot of names have already gone. EMR was another buy through 133.61. I'm looking for this to pull back and maybe give us another entry. That one looks really, really solid. AEE, Amarin Corporation, building a beautiful base on the monthly and the weekly. Looking for this one to go soon. The utilities, I know they've had a big run here, but if we build a nice, strong right side on the weekly with a pullback to the 79s, I'm looking to invest it in it long term. I think they have a huge, tremendous upside. Fabrinet, let's see here. This one already went. COOP, waiting for we need 2-3 more weeks for this base to build, but this looks absolutely fantastic. Analog Devices, another right side base, I think needs maybe 2 or 3 more weeks, but it's definitely on watch. Parker Hannifin Corporation. I mean, these setups all look similar, but I like these big right-hand side bases after a 2-wave corrective off the lows, and you can see here the monthly breakout looks brutal. So there's a lot of bases that are forming. The past 2 months have been incredibly active on the swing trading side of things, but we're approaching sort of a phase 3 type of minor distribution in the market, and I'm expecting pullback. So I'm going to probably be slowing down and let bases reform, let daily and weekly 21s retest. And I think once the market reloads, once we get rid of these late stage retail buyers in the market, and we get institutions buying the pullbacks, I think a lot of trade ideas will reset, and we'll have probably a lot of opportunities coming up.
Awesome, thank you, JR. Okay,
No
Derrick, how about you? Anything you like here?
Yeah, on the long side, my favorite right now, to echo Sami, is China again. The thing that was interesting about some of these Chinese charts is that FXI and YINN looked really good, but Alibaba and JD and to some degree Baidu, maybe not as bad Baidu, were not looking good. Like Alibaba getting below 112, it was like kind of breaking support. It wasn't looking good, yet that FXI was holding in and looking fine. Then yesterday with the NVDA China news, you had a big boost back up in Alibaba, and all of a sudden it made that chart look a good bit healthier again. JD probably needs some more work. I don't know what's wrong with Baidu today. Baidu, I don't know if it had news that I missed, but it's down to 8%, and it's breaking it a little bit. But I think FXI looks fantastic. The NVIDIAs and AMDs just seem so unstoppable. They accelerated a little bit too much on the news yesterday, so they probably have to reset up. But it seems like those are still just viable on any setups as they come in. Probably not right now in this moment because yesterday's move was so big. Let it set up again, but they look phenomenal. On the short side, we're talking about all the crap stocks that are starting to go insane here that could potentially indicate later cycle for the indexes. So I do like having, by the way, some index short and some VIX long exposure. But, the ideal situation is like, if you look at like QS, maybe I could just pull my screens up really fast as well. Boom, you should have it there. If you look at like this QS, look, you gotta buy this through 7, or when it gapped above 7, you're buying it versus 7. But that's the better trade. I just want to start by saying that's the trade that you want to have. I missed that one, unfortunately. But then when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight up, and then these last 2 days really started to accelerate and really started to go parabolic, and the stock today is trading at 1150 with the 80 EMA at 930 and the 21 EMA at 760, and it's not a low float name. If it was a low float name with like a 5 million share float, I would not short this because it could go to 300 in my face, even if the company has 0 revenue. But for these higher float stocks that go on runs like this, I like looking for the short signal. We finally had that with the QS today. If you want to call that like an RDR, like a red dog reversal type of trade for just a broader pullback, I think you could make some money. I would still repeat what I said earlier. The better situation is to find the $7 breakout before they occur and be buying those and capturing this move and selling your long here, and then maybe even flipping short. Or, another one that's just going absolutely bonkers now is this JOBY, third day up, starting to go completely and utterly parabolic. It had news yesterday that brought it up 5% or something. It's got no news today. It's up another 13, 14, 15%. It's another company that has, I'm pretty sure, 0 revenue, just getting a little bit silly. So, looking for those for short signals intraday, which then, we got. And we called this out on this candle right here at 1025. You had another attempt of a bull flag. It tried to break up. A lot of times bull flags fail if the ADMA hasn't caught up to the base of that flag. That's something that I always want to note to my traders. And basically the same thing happened in the beginning of the day too. You had a different bull flag at 950 that tried to break higher and failed, but the ADMA hadn't caught up to the base of that flag. So I don't like buying bull flags, and this is just a little trading tip. If the ADMA has not caught up to them, you have a much lower probability of success and a higher probability of kind of a shakeout. So when this started to go at 1025 and the ADMA hadn't caught up to it, I was like, all right, this could be like a bull flag failure again. It ended up being a shooting star candle. At the same time, we saw bearish option flow on size for $15 puts that were hitting. and saw a big seller on the tape come in at 1650. I know myself and my right-hand man, Patrick, I started hitting the hell out of the bid when I saw the seller on the tape at 1650 for 6 cents risk. And, was able to catch a dollar pullback on that. It's bouncing back a little bit, but this daily chart's got room to easily pull back to the 80 MA on the daily, which will continue to rise. But even with the rising 80 MA, you could pull this thing back to 1350 after the thing has gone completely parabolic. So, again, and there's another one, by the way, better off being long from 1050 than you are trying to short this thing at 16, to be honest. Buy the breakouts, buy the momentum, get paid. But at a certain point, don't chase them if you miss the move. And there can become real money on the opposite side if you do it properly. Short it on the way down, not when it's on the way up, just hoping and assuming that the momentum's going to stop. You don't know when that's going to happen. But at a certain point of extension, when you get this day 3 gap up on 15% higher on no new news, you can be looking for signals to come in on the other side that can also yield really good risk reward. So you got those trades going on both sides right now. So that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, hope that helps.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. This is fun as always. We need to get more bullish next week. Everybody needs to work on their positivity. So everybody out there, thank you for watching. We will be back next week. Have a wonderful day.